Welcome to ECN Trade Daily Video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration. Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you very much for joining me. Well, the Australian dollar pretty much trading in a very confused manner over the last 24 hours. Firstly, when the market dropped away from 76 down to a low of 75.76 before reversing and went straight for the resistance at 76.30.35. The reason behind that was on the back of the former RBA board member John Edwards, who commented on the future course of the central bank's monetary policy. He was quoted that the time is now coming to get back to normal stances with the RBA, and it seems to me that, as he went on to say, they're likely to see 8/4 percentage point tightening over the period of 2018 to 2019, or maybe even earlier. This on the back of his comments did support the Aussie to rally, and now with the potential of looking towards 76.60.65. I'm not overly bullish, purely for the fact is that the MACD is not fully supporting this move. However, if it does turn out to be pretty much like this pattern here, then we could see the rise up towards from 76.60.65 to 77 cents. Which is where all the topside rejections have been over the past year. So do keep a close watch for those that are looking to shorten this market, as they may find the opportunity towards the 77 region be the likely candidate to shorten the market. Well, the euro did slip briefly at the beginning of the night in Europe after the market misinterpreted ECB's comments that Mario Draghi, by an unnamed source from Bloomberg, quoting saying that he was intended to strike a balance between recognising Eurozone strength while maintaining the policy accommodation is still needed. Because the market misinterpreted his hawkish speech, it did actually drop to a low of 13.08 before rallying back towards the highs now seen with the resistance of 113.90 after its consolidation for the last month. With also the dollar index falling to a low last seen around when President Trump was elected. Now the low when he was elected was at 95.85. The low last night was 95.94. I am concerned with the pattern of the US dollar index, and if it does go through 85, not a support level, but more of a trigger level to incline a further bearish sentiment will continue with the US, is the fact that we could see euro up towards 114.30 to 114.85 and reassess from there. What would turn this around is if we see a break beneath, should I say, at 112.90. This would give further scope to the downside and bring in a target of 111.40. Well, dollar yen still maintaining its hold above the 112 handle, and purely for the fact is on the back of the yen crosses, mainly with euro yen and also sterling yen after the two legs rallying. At the moment, I'm looking at 111.80 to 112.50 range, and very cautious to any bullish call, as the fact is that we could see a snap to the downside and bring in a target of 111.30 and taking out this minor support at 111.80. Well, the Great British Pound, bit of a mix-up overnight. First of all, we did have last week the Bank of England, Mark Carney, saying he was not yet the time for higher rates. And then on the back of the Portugal convention yesterday, Mark Carney turns around and says rate hike debate is building. So he now has changed his tune. Therefore, the pound did find momentum and now looks towards a target of 129.60.70 and reassess from there. I am a little bit cautious of a bull call, purely for the fact is that cloud still holds over the Prime Minister, Theresa May. As former Education Secretary Nicky Morgan said that Theresa May should consider standing down towards the end of the year and look for another successor to sell the Brexit deal. So therefore we could see some more ups and downs in the price action. Now a break beneath 128.60 would give further implication to the downside, but at this stage the technicals are supporting a further impulse up, so just be a little bit cautious if you are trading from the long side. The gold still holding on to its gains after the recent plummet towards 12.36, with the target now looking to 12.54. Beyond there could see a target of 12.59 and 61, with the support still looking around today at 46 to 47. And to wrap up with oil, the market has broken out of this downtrend and now clearly from a point is looking towards 45, 70, 90. Reassess from there as we could be looking up towards $46.80 a barrel. Do be a little bit cautious because I still see on a broader outlook from the weeklies is that the market's still negative. And therefore we could see this a snap to the downside and all these gains return and look back towards a region of $41 a barrel. So that wraps up my daily video. Thank you very much for joining me. And as always, look out for the intraday report that will be released shortly.